Hi everybody, I am back. Week 2, which actually is a little bit late, but I wanted to show you what you can do after we did the first layer. So if you didn't see the first video where we were working on just getting some color onto our canvas and being playful with it, then you're going to want to go back, watch that video, and then come to this one. So here we are on a second week, and we're going to just keep playing with this color on our canvas. It is so freeing and it is so much fun to just play with paint and color. Remember, this is about becoming more creatively fit, and we want to balance our left brain, our logical brain, with our right brain. Oftentimes we're either too heavy on one side or the other, and most of the time it's too heavy on that left side brain, right? That logical, that linear, that I have to go to work and I have to go to grocery and I've got to pick up this, this, and this, and what's next on my list of to-dos. So coming to the canvas and playing with your paint is a wonderful way to bring balance and also intuitive messages. So here's what I'm going to do for this second coat, and I invite you to follow along with me. I am going to grab some cool colors on my tray. So looking at my tray here, I have blues and greens and purples. I did add in my red and yellow in the bottom because I might kind of throw a little bit of that on top. And I also have white. Hi Kim, how are you? So where'd my water go? Whoops, hold on. I need a little bit of water. Okay, I have my jar of water. In case I need it, I'm going to use my 1-inch paintbrush, and I'm just going to play with the cool colors because we put the warm colors on before. Now we're going to add on some cool colors on top. Remember, you are not trying to paint anything in particular. You are just going to play, and I'm going to add a little bit of white to my blue. And I can start to, look at that, look how vibrant that blue is against that yellow. I love it. So I want you to also play around and just notice what colors look really good against which colors, whatever colors are behind it. Throw some green in here. You can add some whites. You can, again, just create in different patterns and designs. Where you put that blue, maybe add it in another spot. Go back to your greens. Throw some of them in. I don't know what I'm going to paint on top of this yet. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to just play and let the colors flow. So nice cool colors on top of my dark colors. My warm colors. Throw a little white in where you want. There's no right or wrong. You can just play. And I'm just working on like kind of blocks of color, but you could create diagonal lines. You could go sideways, whatever way you want. You could create scribbles, swiggles, swirls. You could patterns and designs, right? I like that swirl. Let's do some more of those. Really like that blue against that yellow and orange, because blue and orange are opposite on the color wheel, so what that does is it makes them pop out more, right? When you put the blue beside the yellow, it all pops out, whereas if I put the blue beside the green, it's more subtle. So have fun with this. Create some cool designs. Don't cover up your background completely. Let some shine through. And just see what you come up with. What happens in the end? What comes up? What goes through your mind? At what point do you go, oh, I can't do this, to letting go and saying, this is fun. This is actually fun. I can do this. Some nice music on and play. Do I know what I'm going to do on this? No, because what I'm going to do is let my intuition just have fun. So over the next little while, I want you to pay attention to any images that catch your eye. Any symbols, any animals, what's coming up for you more and more. And then we'll play with that on the next layer. So we're going to just put this color on, have fun with it, let our background shine through. And trust that we're going to be shown what to paint on top of this. It's all going to come clear. And we're just creating a fun background. So I'm gonna just let this dry and we'll come back to it. If I get, as I'm painting, if I get any areas where I go, oh, that's just too dark, I didn't get enough of I covered up too much of my background, I can throw in some of that color on top. Just add in some more of that yellow. I can even, again, use my fingers, right, to play and add into these. Just have some fun. Feel what that feels like if you just add in some of that color and play with it with your fingers, right? Letting your brush kind of go, blending. And notice when you go, did I go too far? Should I just left that? Where you question yourself and you wonder, should I have done it differently? Let that go. Just have some fun. So now I'm gonna just play with this a little more, and then I'm gonna let it dry and see what I can come up with for on top. See how it's getting a little muddy there? That's because I'm mixing some of my warm colors and my cool colors. So I'm getting a little bit more earthy tones, right? Let's straighten that up. Very psychedelic, very bright, very fun. But so play with your canvas. See what happens. It's so much fun. Just see what happens. Okay? So I'm gonna play with this a little bit, then let it dry, and in the next video we'll work on what are we gonna put on top of this. So again, you wanna be paying attention to the signs that you see around you. What kind of animals have been popping up for you? What kind of symbols? What images? What are they? Flowers are coming up in your life. Could be anything. So pay attention, and then I'll talk to you about how to put an image over top of this. Okay? We will see you later. Whoops. Tonight I am going on my Soulfully Aligned Women's group to talk about my online course, Clearing Debris Through Forgiveness, where we're going to actually have a question answer. You can find out more about how to paint your wings and all the creative activities we do in it. And also, we're going to talk about the big secret in this course. There's a big secret about it. And we're going to talk about stories that you have that you have been unconsciously believing, and how that is impacting how you create in your life and your creative flow. So if something's not working out for you, if you are not manifesting what you want to manifest, then you need to join us tonight, because we're going to talk about how to identify that and how to clear that out in your life. So have a great day, and yeah, Kim, use your fingers. I know, I just recently started using my fingers, and it is so much fun. And I actually have my students using their fingers in my classroom, and they love it. They just love it because it's so playful. Takes them back to their childhood when they actually loved art. So as they get to middle school, that's when they start to pull back and stop being creative. And so my intention is to get them more creative again in the art room. and playing with the paint with your fingers is a really fun way to do this. Another fun thing to do is if you have kids, let them paint on it for a while. Little ones love it, and they do a really good job of painting the background for you. So we'll see you guys later, and get going on your painting.